All right, man. I am here to rage. Rage against all the hypocrisy, the censorship. I'm pissed. I think there's a lot of hypocrites out there that I can't stand, and they make my blood boil. They know they're lying if they get deep down to it, but they're too arrogant to listen. All they do is censor and lie. And I say, fuck them. They are the hell. Go ahead, Joey. What do you say? What
I
is your opinion on
want to
that?
say this is an episode of transparency and merit, and we do have a website and all that. But I think I think you're having some sort of strange existential crisis going on. I'm not sure what's going on, but I do know this: the censorship game is. I'm going to say this: there's a couple ways of doing it. So lying by omission lying by omission is, in my mind, one of the worst crimes one can commit.
Well, not
Uh,
only lying by omission, but lying directly. I mean,
Hold on, I'm not done.
go ahead.
Um, a lie by omission is extremist, but censorship is the ultimate omission.
Absolutely. And they don't give reason. They don't have debate.
No, they don't. They don't have to. I don't know if you've looked at the definition of censorship. I posted it earlier. Did you read it at all?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll share it in a minute. But go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, of course they don't have to. The powerful don't have to do shit. And what tools do you have to fight the powerful? I don't fucking know. Stand up to them. Because you know what? The the um the revolution will not be televised and social media will censor it. When the takeover happens, it won't be televised. And YouTube and all the rest will censor the hell out of it. They don't want to have open discussion. They don't want to have open debate. And there are groups out there that are directly responsible for stopping open debate and open discussion. There's the ADL, there's Color of Change. All these groups go to censor things that they don't like. Yep, Color of Change, a radical leftist group campaigning to censor conservatives and right-leaning groups, exploited the 2015 Charleston shooting to go after David Horowitz in the Freedom Center. And these people do not publicly debate their ideas. I mean, at least when the right censored, they would at least tell you why and the beliefs why. These people don't even do that. They think having these people on and debating them, their ideas, it's too dangerous. Ideas now are too dangerous. And it does piss me off. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen, again, I thought, the internet was for freedom of ideas and freedom of expression. Not anymore. It's not anymore. This is not YouTube anymore. Because it used to be what you produce. Now it's what Google are the hires up. wants you to see and wants you to hear.
In 399 BC, some say that's before computers, by the way.
Yeah.
Philosopher Socrates, while defying attempts by the Greek state to censor his philosophical teaching, was accused of collateral charges related to the corruption of the Athenian youth and sentenced to death by drinking a poison, the hemlock. And that's, censorship is a serious deal. Socrates' student Plato is said to have advocated censorship in his essay The Republic, which opposed the existence of democracy. In contrast to Plato, Greek playwright Euripides in 480 BC defended the true liberty of free-born men, including the right to speak freely. So, wow. In 1766, Sweden became the first country to abolish censorship by law. I don't know how many countries follow.
Sweden, you can't talk about the rapes of Swedish women by migrants. And I knew, like I said, there's a YouTube video of called History Debunked, and he said, he lived in Sweden for a while, and women used to go topless in the beaches and stuff. But once they started to allow migrants in there, the migrants started raping. And you can't talk about that issue in Sweden anymore. So they all have the crime of hate speech. It's the new heresy. And all the things you're not allowed to say because Dylan Roof and what happened in Charlottesville, then they started to, they really widened their net on hate groups. And it's only one group that gets labeled hate groups.
Okay. Censorship has been criticized throughout history for being unfair and hindering progress. In 1997, an essay on internet censorship, social commenter Michael Langier claims that censorship is counterproductive as it prevents the censored topic from being discussed. Langier expands his argument by claiming that those who impose censorship must consider what they censor to be true, as individuals believing themselves to be correct would welcome the opportunity to disprove with opposing views. And that's kind of the thing of it, right? Sometimes what gets censored could be so misleading because if you censor the wrong thing, so you're going to send a lot of people into a rabbit hole, and if you're wrong, then you're really looking at some issues.
Well, people. I guess people can believe in kooky things so long as those kooky things, I guess they feel don't damage society. I mean, I guess you're still allowed to believe in Christianity or Islam or Mormonism or any of that stuff. Maybe you can preach out that stuff, but science, certain scientific facts or certain scientific findings, you're not allowed to talk about openly and honestly.
Censorship by religion is a form of censorship where freedom of expression is controlled or limited using religious authority or on the basis of the teachings of the religion. This form of censorship has a long history and is practiced in many societies and by many religions. Blah, 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 blah. And then images of Islamic figure Muhammad are also regularly censored. And in some secular countries, this is sometimes done to prevent hurting religious sentiments. So yeah, and then they mentioned the Satanic Verses by Sam and Rushdie.
Well, again, it's all about hurting certain protected classes, but can we be protected? But the protected classes can do whatever. It seems like there are protected classes in the West, in America, and in the Western world, but it seems like the protected classes can kind of do what they want. They're like the kids. They're like the small kids who have like a big brother or a big cousin behind them, and they're bullying everybody, and you can't say anything about it or you can't fight back because they got the bigger brother or bigger cousin. That's what it kind of feels like. That's what these organizations who who collude with these internet companies. That's what I feel like they're doing, and they don't answer to anybody, and they lie. They directly lie, and they've been caught lying and misinforming people.
So this is a statue of David,
Yes.
and forgot where it is, but the Queen rolled up on this and freaked out, and she was so appalled by the nudity that they actually created two clasps here, and so they apply this fig leaf. It's removable, but they keep that up, and it's kind of interesting. So here it says here, legend claims that the fig leaf was created in response to Queen Victoria's shock upon first viewing the statue's nudity, and was hung on the figure prior to royal visits using two strategically placed hooks. All right.
Say, and I'm getting kind of hot and sweaty, and I want to get to bed pretty soon, but I just want to say, yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, Joe, if you have to censor and you don't want to debate the certain ideas, then really, you're just an authoritarian, and we have a lot of moral authoritarians, and we have a lot of gaslighting, and they're gaslighting because and some people are successful in gaslighting because they are allowed to censor, and it feels like a form of what do you call it? Subversion that some of these companies are doing, and maybe we need something like the Smith Act against some of these social media and even some of these so-called civil rights groups, because they've been such gaslighting organizations for so long that there needs to be something done to them. That's just, a thought out there. Joe, do you have anything to say before I call this show a day?
No, censorship is definitely, you could just look it up, but it's crept into every aspect of our lives, right? I mean, it's in politics, it's in state secrets, religion, education sources, economics. Don't forget self-censorship, probably one of the worst of all.
Well, yeah. Well, just, the thing is, the powers that be have a philosophy and ideals, and when those ideals got largely challenged, that's when they decided to censor, because because more people said this made sense than the other. If they go up to debate, they know that they cannot win an open debate, so they have to gaslight, censor, use violence, use economic terrorism to destroy their enemies, and they seem to be succeeding, Joe. Right now, people are afraid to talk out in the open. Hopefully, we can get to the freedom and pull your money out, because these people do not believe in freedom at all. They don't believe in your freedom of speech. They don't believe in your right to exist as a human being. And it's not intelligent to spend your money with them. They despise and hate you. Don't spend your money with people who despise and hate you. Strive to spend your money somewhere else. Almost eat dirt before you go to them. Anyway, Joe, anything to add before I call the show a day?
Let's finish this. Go to our website, Transparency and Merit. Go buy a shirt. We got some shirts up there for cheap. Okay, let's go.
All right, thank you.